live stream.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Wildcat Event Center, home of Wildcat basketball. Special welcome tonight to our guests, players and fans of the White Swan Cougars. Again, later, read this SCAC sportsmanship creed. SCAC encourages and promotes good sportsmanship by student athletes, coaches, parents, and spectators. We strive to create a competitive yet positive atmosphere where everyone feels welcome. We ask that you cheer for your team and be respectful of the opponents and the officials. As SCAC student athletes, we commit to fair play, responsibility, and respect, and we strongly encourage you to do the same. This is the SCAC, the Conference of Championship. And now, without any further delay, let's meet the teams, beginning with the non-starters from our visitors, the White Swan Cougars. Number 1, Carter Gleason. Number 13, Isaiah Johnson. Number 23, Tristan Ryan. Number 32, Talon Hall. Number 33, Spence Lawrence. And number 35, Willie Dittenholler. And now for the home team, our Wildcats. Their support player, number 3, Josh Myers. Number 15, Anthony Cisneros. Number 25, Isaiah Maldonado. Number 30, Nick Cortez. Number 31, Jason Sanchez. And number 42, Gage Williams. And now the starters. Beginning with White Swan, number 8, Dante Van
Child, Michigan, Tijuana, Chappelle, Patay, Cruz, Asinasha, Tamani, Mekanum, Laisha, Park, Quicksin, women.
Ladies and gentlemen, would you please remain standing? Our top high band will now play our national anthem. Thank you.
And good evening, ladies and gentlemen, live here from Toppenish, Washington, inside the Toppenish Wildcat Event Center. Game 2 of our doubleheader here in the opening season game between the Toppenish Wildcats and the visiting White Swan Cougars. Hello, everybody, again. After a couple of weeks away from the microphone, well, we're back on air here live on the THS Digital Media Network. And coming up momentarily, the opening contest for the boys this time between the Cougars and the Wildcats. Cougars loaded with seniors, and so are the Wildcats there as they get the opening tip. And possession's going to remain with the Toppenish Wildcats early on here. Shane Rivera being fed early. That shot taken away from him. Early jump shot there from the Cougars. And a foul going to be called against the White Swan Cougars as the Wildcats were able to save possession there. Looked like there momentarily that Josh may have been out of bounds, but the referee had a better look underneath the basket. Luna driving and bad ball near the rim. Good shot yet to fall. Well, one of the primary things the Wildcats are going to be focusing on is replacing a couple of the seniors from last year. Of course, Santana Luna gets the first points of the contest for the Wildcats. Having to replace All-League player Jason Grant. Along with Nestle. And that ball. Foul going to be assessed to Santana Luna. We're going to need to find another scorer. Without Mespley and without Grant this season, as those two graduated, playing at the next level in their respective sports, of course. Here as the Cougars trying to find something early. Opening minutes. Shot clock down. Valdez shot. No good. Hansen bringing down the ball. Finds Joshua Perez. Wide open lane and finishes the layup for 2. Small school action here. 2B White Swan Cougars versus the 1A Toppenish Wildcats. I don't think this team is too far behind. They're going to have to go through some growing pains this season, as it's a completely new team essentially. Roger Valdez with the 3 early on here again. No good. Shot, no good from Dante Van Pelt. David over to Santana Luna, and now Joshua Perez taking the dribble. Perez has yet to find a bucket here. Steps back, takes the jumper, and gets it to go for 2. And that's what they're going to expect Joshua Perez to do more of this season, is create space, take that jumper. Not necessarily the best three-pointer on the team, but nonetheless capable of hitting shots down the stretch. And if you really need one, he can make those 2. Van Pelt trying to get through Perez. Shane Rivera collects the rebound. Back over to Grayson Mespley. And Perez, take a stop, takes the 3. Can't get that one to go. Hansen underneath, can't finish. Rebound coming in the way of Hamilton, trying to keep it alive, and a foul going to be called on Santana Luna. It's going to be his second. It's going to be early on in this contest.
Wildcat foul number 23, Santana Luna.
So substitution coming in for the Wildcats as Anthony Cisneros, number 15, making his first appearance in this game and on the season. Both these teams could be evenly matched up at the end of the night. Both have a lot of seniors, so they got experience. And traveling called on the floor. Turnover by the Cougars. So then we'll go back to Perez as he brings the ball down the floor. He's going to try to find a cut it down there. Mespley drives baseline. Tries to get an outlet pass to go, but deflected out of bounds. And again, trying to find a Roger Valdez. Pulling back and yes, 2 to go. Roger Valdez, that's White Swan's best scorer on the team. Look for him to have a big part of the game. And Perez slipping through on the other end. Good for 2. 6-point lead here early on for the Wildcats. Valdez pushing through. Shot is wild off the backboard, and they're going to let this one go out of bounds. Timeout called out on the floor by the Wildcats. 4:33 remaining here in the first quarter. Take a break. Be back here on the THS Digital Media Network. Welcome back after the quick timeout on the floor by the Wildcats. White Swan Cougars hoping to respond. Down by 6 early on in this one. Van Pelt to Roger Valdez. Shot is off the mark. Goes back up with it strong. Hansen fighting for it. Shot no good. Rivera still trying to get position. And Roger Valdez gets another 2 to go. Hansen underneath, and he's fouled immediately. That foul going to be assessed on Willie Dimmenthaler.
White Swan foul number 35, Willie Dimmenthaler.
So Hansen going to be forced to inbound. Anthony Cisneros almost lost it there, able to regain control. Grayson Mespli now back to Shane Rivera, finding Hansen cutting from the left lane, and he's fouled. Going to the rim, free throws coming up.
Foul charge number 34, Jeffrey Bill.
Jeffrey Bill picking up his first foul of the contest. Here's Hansen, his first attempt at a free throw is up and good. The Wildcats are definitely in the process of finding who that number 3 scorer can be on this team. Jalen Hansen able to complete the second one as well. So it may take them a few games to figure out who that reliable number 3 option could be. There's that 3 off the mark, and Shane Rivera trying to collect it. Bill, and what's going to be called a foul. Going to be assessed to Shane Rivera, his first personal of the contest. Shane Rivera normally does not get into foul trouble. Hansen trying to guard up against Dinthaler, and he's able to get 2 to go. Cougars have cut this lead down to 4. Rivera rises up with his jumper and gets those ones to go. Again, both Rivera and Perez are going to have to try to find those type of shots. Mespli by himself finishes the layup drill for 2. Grayson Mespli, a little bit like Riley Mespli. A little quick, good with his hands, and able to give good effort. Bill underneath, not able to keep it, and colliding into each other there. Perez and Mespli trying to keep that ball alive. We're going to have a substitution here as Jason Sanchez will check into the game. Van Pelt trying to move there. And the 3 good there from Ethan Hamilton. Perez taking advantage and will be off of him as nobody touched it there seemingly. Joshua Perez trying to find a steal there versus Dante Van Pelt. He's going to pick up a foul.
Foul charge to
It's going to be his first of the contest. Hill able to find Hamilton. There is Anthony Cisneros keeping up. Takes the shot and good for 2. Carter Gleason. That lead cut down by 3 now. Rivera driving himself, goes up and finishes hard at the rim, good for 2. When you need a bucket, that's who you need to find. Shane Rivera, the bigger of all the players down on the floor in terms of length and athleticism. And carried the ball. Dante Van Pelt, so another turnover there for the Cougars. The Wildcats just haven't felt comfortable yet on offense. They haven't found a consistent rhythm. Obviously enough to get some points on the board, but right now they only lead by 5. Cisneros back over to Rivera, trying to hang on to the ball, fighting for it. Still stuck on the ground, and finally a jump ball is going to be called down on the floor. Mespli right there. And the Cougars are going to have a chance at an offensive look here. Tristan Ryan coming in for the Cougars. Mespli countering it to Bill. Can't finish. Shane Rivera gets the rebound, finds Perez on the outlet right side. He takes it himself, finishes for 2. 8 points, all to himself, Joshua Perez. Half the point, almost half the points for the Wildcats have come through Perez. Look for him to continue to attack here as this game progresses. Taking a dribble, Hamilton with the 3. Rivera reaching up high, able to bring it down. Right side outlet. Perez, he's fouled on his way to the basket. Points coming up for him. Carter Gleason will pick up that personal, his first of the contest. As we have less than a minute remaining in the first quarter, opening contest of the regular season for both these teams in this non-league matchup. The SCAC versus the Eastern Washington Athletic Conference. There as Joshua Perez starts off the free throws with first one going in and out. Second one though, good. 1 out of 2 on that exchange. Less than a minute remaining, 8-point lead here for the Wildcats. Roger Valdez. Gleason couldn't get that shot to go. Mespli finding Rivera, cutting Rivera. Perez. Shane doesn't take a lot of these, but he gets him to go there. 11-point lead now for the Wildcats. This team is not too short of being very competitive here. Roger Valdez immediately responds with another jumper of his own. Less than 10 seconds remaining here in the opening quarter of this non-league matchup. Corner 3, Ryan Mespli. Mespli. Good, and that's the end of the quarter. Whereas Grayson Mespli couldn't get anything to go. Opening quarter. Wildcats up by 9, 22-13. We're going to take a break and be back here on the THS Digital Media Network. And welcome back here on the THS Digital Media Network. Got some students joining us here in the booth, trying to learn the trade of the craft. Tell me, what have you seen early on in this first quarter?
So far in this first quarter, I've seen great scores by Josh Perez as he's leading this team as he's the returning starter. He's really been able to continue his game leading off returning where he left off last year. And Shane Rivera still doing some great baskets, and the supporting cast around him is still getting a hang of what it is to be in varsity this year, and this is a very good experience for them.
Indeed it is. Well, thank you very much for those observations there as we're looking to get back to action beginning in the second quarter. Always great to have more individuals here in the booth. Slowly make sure we get some more time, more experience here on the THS Digital Media Network. Ball tipped around and saved there by Perez. He drives, he gets that one stuffed away. That one up there, good for 2 by Gleason. Carter Gleason. We're not sure if this is going to be an and one. He didn't, it's not a goaltending call as he didn't, the shot counts. So Just seemed like Shane Rivera was trying to get a block. And obviously, he didn't get anywhere near the rim. Otherwise, that would have been, of course, a goaltending call. But nonetheless, 2 points there. Grayson Mespley taking a dribble on the right side, and he's going to get fouled by Willie Didenthaler.
Foul charge number 35 for White Swan, Willie Didenthaler.
A substitution coming in here as Jeffrey Bell will take a seat. In comes Robert Haggerty. Ball knocked out of bounds off of Rivera. And a turnover there by the Wildcats. Roger Valdez taking on the good and great athlete, Josh Perez. Here is Gleason finding a cutter underneath. Couldn't get the shot to go, fighting for it. Bill gets it to go underneath for 2. As this lead is starting to shrink. Mespley to the bucket, finds 2. Roger Valdez. Zone. This is Myers. Valdez couldn't get anything to go. Rivera able to pull that rebound down and can't place that ball into the pocket of Perez, and another turnover for the Wildcats. And substitutions coming in as Jaden Hansen and Isaiah Maldonado also on the floor here for the first time tonight. And both teams are filled with seniors this season. And ball stolen away there by Rivera. By himself, can he finish? Yes, he can. Up by 9 now. Roger Valdez. Moving the ball around. Open 3 there. Hole, in and out. Shot up. Good by Haggerty for 2. Joshua Perez slowing his team down, trying to get them in the correct position. Josh Myers stuck in that ball, deflected off of Hamilton. So possession will remain with the Wildcats. Inbounded, Shane Rivera stepping back and gets the jumper to go. That's what you're going to need a lot more of. Wildcats aren't as big and as physical as last season. They're going to have to make do with what they're more than capable of doing. Finding those jump shots, those mid-range shots. Joshua Perez grabbing the rebound. Finding Isaiah Maldonado up, under, good for 2. His first points of the contest. Isaiah Maldonado, first-year senior on the varsity squad for basketball this season. He's gonna have to get used to this speed. Roger Valdez not able to find his range. That's what he loves doing down in the paint. The high block, mid-range game, Roger Valdez. Here as Josh Myers is going to take the seat. And Mespley's going to come back in, and the Cougars are going to decide to take a timeout, recollect themselves here with 4:18 to go here in the second quarter here on the THS Digital Media Network. Take a break, be back. And welcome back here, THS Digital Media Network, back to action after the timeout by the White Swan Cougars. And Josh Perez cutting to the basket, gets 2 to go. And he's going to continue attacking that, guaranteed. Van Pelt over to Hamilton. Long range shot, gets it to go for 2. Those long jumpers. Oh, stolen away there by Hamilton. Mespley tries to put a hand in there, but no. Gets the shot to go. Cougars cut this lead down by 7. Rivera dribbling on the outside. Perez taking the 3, right when they needed one. Perez leading all scorers here in the first half for the Wildcats. Bill trying to work up against Shane Rivera. That's going to be his second personal of the contest. Excuse me, that one going to be assessed officially to Jaden Hansen. That's his first. Jeffrey Bill, his first free throw is good. And Willie Didenthaler will come back in for the Cougars. Bill can't get a second free throw to go. Hansen able to collect that rebound. Now Joshua Perez finding Shane Rivera. Attacking middle of the lane, he's fouled. Free throws coming up. The Wildcats are still looking for that run that will probably break this game open. So far, the Wildcats have just had small spurts in between here and there collecting these points. First free throw up and good by Shane Rivera. His first win of the season. You want to be efficient on offense. You want to make each free throw that you have an opportunity at. Second one, no good. 1 out of 2 on that one, and that ball will be off of the Cougars. So possession will immediately come back to the Wildcats. Gage Williams will check in for the Wildcats as Shane Rivera is going to take a quick breather. Perez finding Grayson Mespley. Hansen to Isaiah Maldonado. So looking to find a good look. Mespley's open for a 3. He's going to take it. Off the mark. Gage Williams gets it. Over to Perez. Working through traffic and shuffled his feet momentarily, and that's going to be a turnover by the Wildcats. And I think those are the type of plays we're talking about in terms of getting a good run and breaking this game open for the Wildcats. You got to take advantage of those opportunities. Not commit mistakes, but it's early on in this season. Hamilton with the 3, off the mark, no good. Hansen fighting hard for it. Perez able to track it down through the middle of the lane, and a foul called before Perez could get a shot off. Free throws coming up for him. In the act of shooting, actually. And I think right now, Joshua Perez kind of recognizing that he's probably going to need to put in a little bit more effort in this contest here to try to break this game open, as the only other player for the Wildcats that's capable of scoring at this moment is Shane Rivera. There's the first free throw up and good. Much like in football this season, Joshua Perez, very successful quarterback at the high school level here for the Wildcats. Continuing on his high school athletic career here during basketball season, gets both of them to go. And they're probably going to look to lean on him for a little bit more of a workload. this season. Toppenish Wildcats graduating a couple of key seniors, Jason Grant and Riley Mespley, two seniors that departed, graduated, and currently playing at the next level at the respective sports and colleges. Jason Mespley. Fouled on that dribble. It's going to bring up a one-on-one situation for the Wildcats. Shots up and good by Mespley, making them count. His first free throw attempt of the season. And that one's good. Second one. Bounces out, and that's going to be off of Gage Williams. Jansen trying to get placement. Williams trying to defend. Ball will be deflected out of bounds off of the Cougars. Trying to find the cutter there. Wildcats with a 12-point lead now. Minute 35 remaining here in the second quarter, first half. Sam Maldonado almost losing it, but to Williams, able to find it. Grayson Mespley to Hansen. Takes the drive himself. He's up, saves it. Mespley collects it. Bounce pass. Hansen tries to save it, and foul will go against the Wildcats. Early season cobwebs, especially considering some of these players less than 10 days removed from playing football. 5 or 6 players down there that were on the football team that great positioning there. Van Pelt now going to be called on Tristan Ryan. And Isaiah Maldonado will take this opportunity, inbounded, and now back to Joshua Perez. Isaiah Maldonado has taken great opportunities in the offensive looks he's had. And he takes another one himself. Can't finish. Van Pelt collects it. Long three there. Gage Williams collects the air ball from Gleason. And now Joshua Perez, with 10 seconds remaining here in the first half, will look to have the final word. Steps back. And Perez says, give it to me. 2 3-pointers and a host of field goals. We're going to take a short break. Be back with the halftime show here with your student staff. And of course, remember, this is the THS Digital Media Network. Make sure to like, subscribe, and follow, and never miss out on another THS Digital Media event. We're going to take a break. Be back with your halftime report.
They're all wearing t-shirts to honor and acknowledge November as American Indian Heritage Month. Appreciation goes out to Yakima member and Toppenish School So if you want that late snack, you better get in there pretty quick.
And welcome back here on the THS Digital Media Network halftime. Top of this Wildcats leading 41-24 over the White Swan Cougars. Going to turn it over to one of our student media partners here. What have you seen this first half? Tell me about it. What do you think is going to happen here for the rest of the game?
All right, for the Wildcats here, we have Josh Perez with 18 points, and we have Shane Rivera with 10. These are our leading scorers and our returning players. From what I've seen so far is a little bit out of sync from these players, as Coach Mesby has been rotating a lot of players through to see who can work out with each other. And some of the things they need to work on is some chemistry. That will take a little bit, but they could get there. Some of the adjustments I could see from this game happening after halftime is possibly just getting better half-court offense, because they're able to move the ball, but they just can't finish sometimes. And really, I want to see more out of the players outside of Josh and Shane. Because Josh has been driving the ball. Sometimes when, he could probably pass it, but sometimes he has to take control because sometimes these Cougars would come up and try to take the lead from them.
Yeah, that's a good eye right there. And let's switch over to the Cougars now real quick. Leading scorers for them, Ethan Hamilton with 7. Roger Valdez, the trusty scorer, only with 6 in the first half, followed by 4 from Carter Gleason, 2 apiece from Didenthaler and Robert Haggerty, and 3 from Jeffrey Bill. Here as the Wildcats are going to look to start this second half strong. Of course, mentioned in there, Wildcats perhaps needing to rely on Joshua Perez a lot more here early on in the season, trying to find some chemistry with this team. It's essentially a new team, even though there are multiple seniors on the squad, on this varsity squad anyways here this season. We just need to find some rhythm, find some chemistry, and you'll bet they'll be as dangerous as ever. There is Hansen able to steal that one away. Perez trying to find Rivera. Tries it in the pocket, and now Perez on the right corner. He's going to step up, take the 3, and just like that, Perez wants to get this team rolling. 21 now on the night. Bill up forward, couldn't get that one to fall. Finding for Rivera, trying to keep it alive, and off of Jeffrey Bill as he stepped on that inbound line. The Wildcats will get this ball back. What we saw early on, it's like Isaiah Maldonado is capable of getting some buckets. He got 4 of his own. Grayson Mespley still learning a little bit, but definitely getting used to handling the ball, especially underneath pressure. And most importantly, when open, taking a shot. Hansen dribbling now, finds Perez. Can't find anything there, and now back to Rivera. He's gonna rise up, take the shot off the rim. Fresh shot clock now. Joshua Perez trying to settle down. And that's great awareness there by Perez, recognizing he didn't have to do anything special. Just find your man. Find Grayson Mespley, give the ball to him, and have him reset things. Joshua Perez thought about the shot there momentarily, gets some room. 3-pointer in, good by Santana Luna. And Luna immediately coming in, and a foul. A little too much there on Roger Valdez. And Santana Luna is going to pick up his 3rd person. Now Luna, just a sophomore, needing to learn more about the speed of the game. Definitely capable of putting up points from the look of things. Couldn't get that ball to go. Perez able to collect it after the miss from Robert Haggerty. Try to fit it inside to Hansen. Luna with the turnover there. Hamilton, 3, no good. With the long jumper, excuse me. And now Haggerty to Bill. Able to get 2 to go. Wildcats, Joshua Perez. Shot partially blocked from underneath the board. And ball will be poked out of bounds, but first the foul.
Foul charge number 12, Shane Rivera.
And Shane Rivera's going to pick up his 2nd personal. Here's the Wildcats now leading by 21 points. Well, they've broken this game open, but you can kind of feel that they're not really settled in just yet. This feels like a hard-earned 20. Roger Valdez, only 6 points in the first half. Puts up a little runner, can't get that one to go, and Mespley trying to save that one. And out of bounds. Cougars are going to get another look. Jeffrey Bell, bounce pass to Hamilton, and a foul against the Cougars. A 21-point lead here currently for the Wildcats. Coming hot out of the gate. Not wanting to let this Cougar team gain confidence. Shane Rivera not able to capitalize on that jumper. And ball off of Robert Haggerty. So possession will remain with the Wildcats. Shane Rivera receiving the inbound and fouled. The bigger, longer, more athletic man out on the floor, Shane Rivera. Trying to get that ball into the hoop off the inbound pass. That's what they did last season. Gotta work on that a little bit early on. First free throw up and good by Rivera. Ball in and out, 1 out of 2 on that free throw exchange. Free throws, free throws, free throws. They could be important at the end of the season. Valdez quickly pulling up, good for 2. Give them 8. Remains a 20-point lead, however, for the Wildcats. Grayson Mespley. Take a small dribble, Shane Rivera getting posted up, and he's fouled in the process by Bill. It's going to be his second of the contest. First free throw's going to go up and good. Large substitution coming in for the Cougars. Tristan Ryan, along with Willie Didenthaler, checking in. Rivera couldn't get that one to go, and a foul against the Wildcats. It's going to be on Hansen.
Wildcat foul charge number 33, Jaden Hansen.
So the Cougars will get another offensive look here. Semi thrown away, Rivera able to pick up the loose ball. He takes it to the rim himself, can't finish. Steps back in, bounce pass, Mespley saving it. Still, Wildcats trying to gain control, and now a foul called as Jason Sanchez
Foul charge number 11.
trying to collect the ball, but fouled in the process. Nick Cortez checking in to the game for the first time here tonight. Finds Perez, he takes the 3 and gets it to go. Another 3, 4th of the night for Joshua. Roger Valdez trying to find some room versus Mespley. Can't get that jumper to go. Back to Perez. Shane Rivera finding Nick Cortez. Baseline dribble. Again, Perez with another 3, and he's sinking it. Oh, he's feeling it tonight. 27 points here in the third quarter. Sanchez getting up on Hamilton. Jeffrey Mill trying to take an attack versus Shane Rivera. Can't find anywhere to go. Has to kick it back out at Roger Valdez. Being stopped. Jeffrey Mill loses it. Tries to find somewhere to go. Puts up an underhanded shot and out of bounds, but ball will be tipped out of bounds by Grayson Mespley on the attempted save. Bill couldn't get that shot to go up against Gleason. From Gleason to now Perez quickly running the other side of the floor. Good for 2. Give Joshua Perez 29 on the night. Oh, he wants it all. Hamilton, 3 off the mark. Mespley regains control. Running the length of the floor, tries to get it to Rivera. Fighting for it, loose ball on the ground, still stuck. And what's going to be called? Foul's going to be on Nick Cortez.
The Wildcats, Nick Cortez.
It's going to be his first. Hamilton pushing up against Bill. Oh, and a foul going to be called there as Shane Rivera looking for a pickpocket there. Couldn't find anything on that one.
Number 12, Shane Rivera. His third.
So Shane Rivera with his third personal of the game. Ball on the ground again. Sanchez diving for it. What's it going to be called this time? The foul's going to be on Sanchez.
Foul charge number 23, Tristan Ryan.
Oh, excuse me. It's going to be, I thought it was going to be on the Wildcats, but it looks like it's on Tristan Ryan. Whereas we have an unintended fan hitting the floor momentarily. So that foul was not on Sanchez. Just says to Ryan on the White Swan Cougars. Cortez driving to the basket, ball knocked away. Fighting for it. Couldn't get the shot to go. Mespli to Rivera. And he's fouled almost, and almost looked like he tried to put a hold there. Grabbing around his neck, that was a little awfully close. So Shane Rivera will have another look at the free throw line. First one's up, no good. One more awaits Shane Rivera. Trying to make this a 30-point game. And able to get it to go. 1 out of 2. 30-point lead now for the Wildcats. Hamilton. Giving it cutter, ball tipped away into the hands of Rivera. Sanchez with the look, and he's fouled. Free throws coming up. Spencer Lawrence, excuse me, for free throw. Jason Sanchez not able to get the first one to go. Second one no good either. Ball up ahead, the Cougars trying to work through an offensive foul going to be called on that one. Grayson Mespli just standing in there, taking the impact, taking the hit. Good thinking by him. Buying another possession here for the Wildcats. Ball deflected almost. Now back. Shane Rivera to the bucket. Can't finish. Still being fought for. Look at Grayson Mespli. And that ball gonna go back to the Cougars. Ball intercepted again there by Rivera. Takes it himself, finds some room, sneaks through, good for 2. On the other side, quickly running, and nothing coming there from Willie Didenthaler. Here as the Wildcats broken open this game, currently leading by 32 points. Here as Didenthaler hoping to cut this lead down. First one's up, no good. Second one still to come. No good. And possession right back to the Wildcats. Cortez, Anthony Cisneros, and now Grayson Mesby taking point again. Cisneros, baseline drive, and he goes up for a shot and is fouled. Free throws coming up.
Foul trouble number 35, Willie
So first free throw here for Cisneros, gets it to go. One more free throw here. That one good as well. Trying to focus on this one. Less than 50 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. Three is good there by Spence Lawrence. He's doing well, he's adjusting. Cisneros takes it himself, left side drive, couldn't finish, collects it himself, back to Rivera. He goes up strong and he finishes for two. And another save there for the Wildcats, Rivera again. Didn't have numbers, now Mespley finds a split. Hansen drives baseline open, can he finish? Yes, he can. Cisneros there on that shot. Now Hamilton raises up, he takes a three, and that's going to be the end of the third quarter. After three, Wildcats finally breaking open this game, leading by 35, 66-31. We're going to take a break here on the THS Digital Media Network. Make sure to like, subscribe, and follow. Never miss out on another THS Digital Media event. We'll be back after this. All right, welcome back here on the THS Digital Media Network. Start of the fourth and final quarter with a big 5-point lead. And of course, introducing again one of our student announcers here. Tell me, what have you seen here throughout the first three quarters, especially considering it's the first game of the season?
The good thing I saw so far coming after halftime is the explosiveness each player brought, and especially the breakout of some of the role players we have here. The big one for me was Anthony. He showed he could finish at the free throw line, and he's able to create opportunities for himself. Some of the things I wish you could see more of is like less mistakes, but it's just the first game and we can't worry too much about it. And another great player that I saw was Grayson Mespley. He was able to do something which is very fast, quick moving, quick decisions, and able to bring down the ball. Something like his cousin did the time before.
Definitely in there as Taylon Hole fouled on that one. And so what else? What do you expect? How do you expect this game to end? I mean, who would you like to see more of here from what you've seen from the first 3 quarters of this first game of the season?
I have 2 players in mind so far. In this quarter, I really want to see more of Isaiah Maldonado. He made a big name for himself in the second quarter when he got those opportunities. And Gage Williams, he's shown that he's a very strong, powerful in like the block. I see now he's able to ability to rebound and push back his defenders. He could see a very big playing time increase as he will allow Shane to make bigger shots outside and make him in the block.
And definitely that's what we hope to see more of. Anyway, thank you for that analysis here tonight, as we hope to bring more students along here the rest of the way as the season develops. Back to action in the 4th and final quarter here tonight. And that ball bouncing off the hands of Josh Myers. Not very much being done. Roger Valdez trying to bring the ball past half court. Lawrence with the shot attempt. Bill collects the miss. And what's going to be called a foul on the floor? It's going to be on Nick Cortez. Interesting dynamic here. So Jeffrey Bill, chance at a one-on-one play. First free throw goes up and good. And second one also good. Myers holding that ball on the other side of the floor. Anthony Cisneros with Jaden Sanchez. Middle of the lane, takes it himself, and he's fouled. Free throws coming up for him. The Wildcats just trying everything they have in their bench and in their lineup, trying to find their identity. You happen to believe from the results you've gotten from the players here tonight, they've probably found at least the template, the premise, whatever you'd like to call it, of what this team could be capable of. And of course, this team is only going to get more experienced, especially all those starters and seniors that haven't had a chance to play at the varsity level. Definitely showing that this moment is not too big for them and the game is not too fast. But definitely tough challenges ahead for the Wildcats. Van Pelt, jumper up and good for 2. Finally has a basket to himself. Sanchez. Gage Williams, back. Now up top to Nick Cortez. And ball stolen away by Spence Lawrence. Misses the layup. Williams finds Maldonado. He's going to take it to Myers. Jumper off, no good. Ball bouncing around. Myers gets it back again, and jump ball called on the floor. Possession arrow belonging to the Cougars. Jeffrey Bill back to Van Pelt. Williams trying to stay in front. Van Pelt with a spinneroonie. Couldn't get anything to go, but Bill able to clean it up. Whereas this game, of course, pretty much decided, but you never know. We've seen crazier things happen. Sanchez couldn't get the turnaround to go. Valdez, he's gonna rise up. Shot partially deflected there from Maldonado, and Bill with another shot to go for 2. Jeffrey Bill's been pretty much all their offense here in the second half for the Cougars. Look for him to be a contributing factor, especially once they start EWAC play at the 2B level. Cutter, Maldonado couldn't finish at the rim. And Valdez gonna pull up. Off back iron, no good. Lawrence trying to find somewhere to go, and jump ball called first. And Jeffrey Bell is down on the floor currently. There's a couple of plays ago, it looks like he may have tweaked that ankle. Doesn't look like it's hurting him too much, but definitely in some discomfort. Hoping to finish out this contest here tonight. Good opening minutes, good opening quarters for the Wildcats. Took a little while to get started, and a foul going to be called. Shane Rivera to the free throw line. Ethan Hamilton going to pick up his third personal. Free throw up, no good. One more free throw to go. That one's good, 1 out of 2. Oh, underneath and finish for 2. Willie Dinnenthaler. And Sanchez Rivera can't finish at the rim. Unfortunate. He's continuing. Wildcats still battling. 3, no good there from the Cougars. Dinnenthaler trying to keep it alive. The ball will be deflected out of bounds. Cougars retain possession. Van Pelt. And there, a foul on the Cougars. Shane Rivera reaching up high for that block. Jason Sanchez finally picks up his first personal of the contest. Dinnenthaler free throw is up and good. Free throw up, and good. Back onto the floor. Cisneros Rivera able to recollect that one. Myers to Cisneros, and now Santana Luna will slow things down just a bit. More than halfway through the fourth and final quarter. Myers with the 3, gets it to go.
3, Josh Myers.
Van Pelt takes too many steps. Turnover there by the Cougars. And there's their Wildcats are going to maintain this 30-plus point lead. Wildcats just trying to run the clock out now. This game is theirs. And Santana Luna with the fadeaway, good for 2. Give Santana Luna 7 points on the night.
Now please foul charge number 3, Josh Myers.
Josh Myers is going to be assessed with his first personal of the contest. Free throw, bouncing in and out, no good for Roger Valdez. Only 8 points on the night. Last year's leading scorer for this squad. Roger Valdez make it 9 on the night. And Jeffrey Bill getting a hand in front of the cutting Josh Myers. Inbound. So Sneddles it out back to Luna. Bounce pass inside and cut to the basket, good for 2. See Sneddles with another good look. 5 on the night now. 3 good from Dinthaler. Jeffrey Miller and Dinthaler, those have been the guys that have gotten the points here in the second half. Timeout called out on the floor by the Wildcats. Minute 56 remaining here in this contest, so we're going to keep it right here with you folks. Schedule coming up next here throughout the weekend. On Friday, the Wildcats will travel to Sela, take on the Sela Vikings over at their place. You know those two back when they were in the CWAC. Big competitions, especially the year, of course, the Wildcats won the CWAC district title, defeating Noah Pepper and the Vikings at the time a couple of years ago. And we'll see what the Wildcats have in store for them. And then, of course, on Saturday, right back here in Toppenish, here inside the event center, as they host another non-league matchup up against the East Valley Yakima Red Devils. So stay tuned here on the THS Digital Media Network. Make sure to like, subscribe, and follow. Never miss out on another THS Digital Media event. Attempted 3 there from Myers. Couldn't get that one to go. Hamilton pushing the speed. Shot. Couldn't get it to fall. Myers finding Mespley. He's going to take it. And shot is blocked out of bounds. Whereas Mespley was looking to take advantage. And now Roger Valdez can have an opportunity here to finish things out. Van Pelt driving in the middle, an offensive foul against the Cougars. There as Myers standing tall in the paint. That's what you like to see from this team. If you're not comfortable scoring, that's not a problem. Show that effort on the defensive end of the ball. That's what some of these players are going to have to learn. Sometimes it's just not your offensive night. But one thing you can always do is play great defense. And definitely these role and secondary reserve players, they're going to have to learn how to adjust to that and be able to take advantage of what's presented to them. Dinthaler with another 3, his second one of the night. Mespley to the bucket. And foul, so free throws coming up for him. 42.1 seconds remaining here. I mean, what else, are you able to say? Wildcats just showing what they're capable of. They went on a great run. Took till the second half, the beginning of the second half, to break this game open. But they'll take this win. And this shows that this team is capable of finding consistency. capable of having this team play with the ultimate effort. Each team, each player capable of finding their role here on this team. This game, of course, the opener, season opener for both of them. In this EWAC versus SCAC 2B versus 1A small school basketball. And double dribble called on Mespley at half court. All right, Swan Cougars will continue on with their season. Going to play a couple more SCAC 1A opponents. But then after that, they'll continue league play in the EWAC, playing with teams such as Highland, Granger, Kittitas, Goldendale. In the Eastern Washington Athletic Conference West Division. Didenthaler steals it away. He's going to try to get more points on the night. Gleason with the three. Give Gleason 7. And Santana Luna will just dribble this out, and that's going to be the end of this contest. 80-55, the final here from Toppenish, Washington. Both the boys and the girls open up the season with the win and with the big lead in those wins as well. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, next time we're going to be on air will be this Saturday as the Wildcats come back home after making the trip to the Sela Vikings on Friday. If you can't make it out here on Saturday, well, we hope you tune in here on the THS Digital Media Network, where you can like, subscribe, and follow. And from here on out, never miss out on another THS Digital Media event. I would like to give a shout out to Phil Aguirre, who is, of course, earlier this week in the newspaper came out with the news and report that dealing with some medical issues and cancer. And we wish the Aguirre family, Phil and his wife Melissa, a healthy and speedy recovery, as they're looking for a good outcome here at the end of that. And so we wish them all the best of luck, and hopefully they'll be able to watch us from wherever they're at. And of course, Phil, of course, having a large hand in getting this department going and of course maintaining it. So all the best wishes to them, and we'll keep them in our thoughts and prayers as the season progresses. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, thank you from all the staff here, from our student announcers, everybody in the booth. Thank you so much for joining us. This has been another THS Digital Media production. Thank you for joining us. And if you're able to join us on Friday over at Sela, please do. If not, we'll be right back here on Saturday. Take on the 2A East Valley Yakima Red Devils. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in. We hope to see you next time. God bless, and see you out there. Have a good night.